If you want to make more Amazon KDP book sales, then make sure to watch this video because I'm going to show you the biggest mistakes beginners make and how to fix it. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Sean and I've made well over 7 figures from my own Amazon KDP business. So if you want no BS publishing advice from someone who's actually doing it, then make sure to subscribe. All right, guys, so welcome to another book analysis series. This is a series that nobody watches, even though it's one of the most valuable series out there in my YouTube channel. But this is basically where I review and critique your books that you submitted through me on Instagram. If you want me to do the same for your book, then just DM me on Instagram at SeanDoet13. DM me your Amazon link and I will feature it in future videos like this. So with that being said, let's get started. So the first book that we have is Fear, Anger, and Boxing, Mastering the Mind and Body. So you have 24 reviews and it is at 847,000 BSR. So it's not great. It's not selling much, but it has sold something. You've made some money. And this is the craziest part about Amazon is that even if you have a not so great book with zero keyword optimization and with a bunch of mistakes, and you can still make sales because Amazon is that big. So if you go and optimize your listing, and tweak things, do better, right? Then you will obviously make a lot more sales, which is the positive side of things. So with your book, obviously with this series, I'm being as straight and direct as possible because I want to help you, right? So I'm not trying to be nice, right? Obviously I'm trying to, tell you exactly what you need to improve. But the issue is this is one of those cases where you wrote a book because you thought this is a cool topic, or maybe this is your personal experience, but you never researched the market on whether a topic like this is something that people are buying, right? So that's the issue. There's a concept called right to market, and I forgot who talked about this, but writing to market is basically you research what's selling first and then you write a book on it because you know that it's profitable because you did the research. Most people make the mistake of doing the complete opposite where they're like, I can write about this, and they just write about a random topic with zero research, and they're like, okay, I wrote a book on this. How can I get other people interested in this topic so that I can start selling it and start making money? But the thing is, it does not work like that, right? You cannot just write a book on a random topic expecting people to be interested in it, right? So you have to do the research first. So this book, I am kind of vague on what it is about, right? So I'm assuming it is about improving your mind and body strength, or strengthening your mind and body through boxing. Maybe it's a little bit of your story as well, which is great, which is amazing. However, not a lot of people are looking for this topic. So when I looked up the keyword boxing, there's pretty much just one book that is selling decently, and that is this book from, I'm assuming this is a authority figure, right? Every other book is not selling much. So unfortunately, this book has a decent BSR of 48,000, and it's not really a how-to, like how to improve boxing. But besides that, it's not selling much, unfortunately. So I just don't think boxing as a niche is a profitable topic in general. But on top of that, even if it was, your title has to improve because your title doesn't really explain what the book is about. Like if people have to read the title and guess what the book is about, or they're confused on what the book is about, then that is not a good title. Your title should be very clear on what the book is about and the benefits of it, right? You should be expanding more on this subtitle right here to really kind of explain, what people are getting by reading this book. The description could be a lot more, like expanded, right? And your book cover as well, it seems like you kind of made this on Canva yourself, which is fine if you just want to make a couple bucks here and there on KDP as a side hustle, which you did, right? Looking at your BSR. But if you want to make hundreds of dollars a month or thousands of dollars a month, then you really should be outsourcing your book cover to a professional. If you guys want to check out some Fiverr gigs that I recommend for a book cover that is high quality but also affordable, I'll leave a link in the description below. All right, so the next book or series of books, because he just sent me his author page, so we're looking at all the books, right? This is from Simon Baer, and these are his books. So these are German books, but you can see that, it's a book of wonder, 5 reviews. Philosophy for Beginners, 0 reviews. Welcome to Habitville, 1 review. So here's the issue. Your title is too fancy, right? So Welcome to Habitville is not the best title because it's still kind of vague. Although you do explain what the book is about in the subtitle. You say how our habits work and how we master them. So that's a little better than, other books that we see here. Same as this one, Philosophy for Beginners, Far Eastern Wisdom for Everyday Life. So it is a little more clear than other books that we see. Same as this one, The Book of Wonder. The title is vague. it doesn't mean anything, but a subtitle, a short read about regaining a lost ability and finding joy and awakening your lost potential. So it's still vague. You should be a lot more clear on what the benefits of the books are and what is it about. However, you're kind of on the right track there. Another big issue that I see is just simply not having enough reviews. 5 reviews with a 4-star average, 0 reviews, and just 1 review is not going to cut it. I think your book cover is decent on this one and also this one, because this is a Eastern philosophy book that I think the book cover is okay. But maybe for this one you could have represented kind of a habit forming, like your brain developing a habit kind of thing, better in the book cover. But overall, my feedback is you simply don't have enough reviews. You're expecting your book to sell by just uploading, getting very minimal reviews and 0 marketing. And you think Amazon is just going to sell your book for you, right? And the thing is, Amazon is so huge that yes, you'll make some sales, which is amazing, because I see that, the fact that you have a BSR, which means you made some sales. So you can make some sales just uploading and forgetting about it. That is the craziest part about Amazon. However, once again, that is just $5 a month, $10 a month. That's the potential if you just upload and forget, right? If you want to make hundreds, if not thousands a month, then you will have to get reviews. You will have to market it. So if you want to learn how to get reviews, I'll leave a link to this video that I filmed in the description below. All right, so the next book is Ideas to Grow Your Mind. No subtitle, just a title, Ideas to Grow Your Mind. You got 27 reviews, which is good. Your description is very short and you have no sales at all. So here's the thing. Ideas to grow your mind. What does that mean, right? We talked about earlier how your book title should be very, very, very clear on what the book is about. So it's not explaining anything. If I was a customer browsing through Amazon, I'll be like, what is this book about and what am I getting? And if you can't explain that to me in literal seconds, right, in the title, then I'm just scrolling past your book and going to another book that'll do a better job explaining that to me, telling me why I should buy their books. So I don't think your book cover is necessarily bad. I like the color, it definitely pops, but the main thing is we don't know what the book is about. That is the biggest issue. And also, Ideas to Grow Your Mind is extremely vague, like super, super vague. Imagine if I made a video titled How to Get Rich, right? No one's gonna watch it, because it is extremely vague once again. And that is why I title my YouTube videos like, 10 best strategies to make, X amount of money with Amazon KDP, right? You want to niche down more. So you want to do the same thing with your books. All right, next book is The Daily Journal of Life's Little Wins. Just 5 minutes a day to build gratitude, increase your happiness, and count your blessings. Seek the silver lining in every moment. So if I can remember correctly, this is from someone who has 110,000 followers on Instagram. So they're kind of an influencer in that space. And I believe he is a medical chef. So if I'm correct there, my question is, why aren't you promoting this to your audience? If so, I'm assuming you can get a lot more sales than, at 244,000 BSR. Another question is, if you have an audience of 110,000 people and you are a medical chef, why aren't you making a book more related to your niche, which is kind of like recipes for longevity and those kind of things, because that's your niche, right? I guess gratitude is, similar in that sense, but I just feel like you can get a lot closer to your audience here. But in terms of why this book is not selling, I think Daily Journal of Life's Little Wins is okay. It's basically a gratitude journal. It would have been better if you just put gratitude journal in the title for SEO and then explain, like, in the subtitle, it is a daily journal for life's little wins for just 5 minutes a day, right? And I actually like your book cover. It's nice and clean. The title is clear. The image is good. So it's a nice, simple, clean book cover. The biggest issue, obviously, is you got 2 reviews. The fact that you are selling at 244,000 BSR at 2 reviews is actually a great sign that if you just get more reviews and you do a little bit more marketing, that you can probably get that BSR number a lot lower. So that is like the no-brainer next step. Once again, check out my video on how to get more reviews. All right, next book is Cooking for Canines, 75 nutrient-rich, healthy, homemade dog food recipes. So this is actually a good title. Cooking for Canines, I'm assuming, is a keyword that's something people search for on Amazon, or canine recipe or something like that. This is also a keyword, right? Healthy homemade dog food recipes. People actually search this on the search bar here to find a book on this topic. In fact, I can show you here that if I search for healthy homemade dog food recipes, there are some books that are actually doing pretty good money, right? So we got homemade healthy dog food recipe, dog food cookbook, 24,000 BSR, $71 a day with just 26 reviews. So I just reviewed a pretty good keyword for you guys. That is a pretty good keyword if you're doing, 20K BSR for just 26 reviews, right? This one's also below 20K, doing $83 a day. So this is what I mean by adding actual keywords that people are searching for on Amazon and making a book on this topic. Okay, so you have that in the subtitle. It would have been better if you put it in the title and expand the subtitle a little more, focusing on like exactly the value that you're getting. Basically 75 recipes on something else, like transforming your dog's health for balanced nutrition, or whatever the benefit of the book is. Now your book cover can improve. It's okay, but it kind of looks cheap a little bit. And then regarding your book cover, you kind of want to look at your competitor and kind of ask yourself, like, is my book cover better than the best-selling ones here, right? And I would argue that it's not as good because of the color contrast and whatnot that's happening. The stock images are kind of out of place, right? You could have kind of, worked with a cover designer to make that better. The good news is, though, once again, that you're in a profitable topic. You just have to tweak these things, and I think you can make a lot more money. So improve the book cover, get more than 7 reviews. Although this book right here is proving to you that you don't need a ton of reviews to sell. 26 reviews, 24K BSR, doing over $2,000 a month, right? This one book. So the potential is there. So your current BSR is 4 million, almost 5 million. So it's not selling at all. When I use BookBeam and see the historical sales, it shows that at its peak, you were at 127,000 BSR. So what happened? Why is it dropping so much? I'm assuming that you ran some ads and you weren't making a profit from the ads. So you just turned off the ads and you just gave up. And that's why the BSR went down. That's what I'm assuming. So what this tells me is that, once again, the potential of this niche is good because your BSR went as low as 110,000. So you just have to tweak your ads, make it profitable. It's not about the exact setup that you do with ads. Ads only reflect your book quality, right? So if you improve the book cover, if you do some listing optimization to make your book cover more attractive, get more reviews, and perhaps improve your A+ content, although I see that it's like okay, this isn't the best image right here, but you get what I'm trying to say, right? Make your book as attractive as possible, and then you run some ads to show your books to more people. Then you will have a much higher conversion, and perhaps you will be profitable with ads, and then you can go from there, because once again, you see that the potential is good. So if you want some cover designer recommendations, then I'll leave a link to some of the gigs that I work with in the past. This one, as an example, I recommend you order from the $30 package, so it's the best quality possible. But I've made something like this with her $30 package before, so I know that it's possible. You can also try out other ones as well. But that will be the number one thing, is improve the book cover, get more reviews, and then you can go from there. All right, next book is Minimalist Boho Coloring Book for Teens and Adults and Women. Interesting coloring book design for stress relief and relaxation. So you're targeting too many different demographics here: teens and adults and women. What about men? You left out men. We feel very left out here. But so basically just focus on one demographic, and then if you want to target, let's say like just adults or just women, you can do another one later on, right? So that is one thing. Obviously you have only 2 reviews, so that's another thing. This is like 90% of the issue is most of you guys just don't have enough reviews. That is it. And you guys give up way too soon without getting more reviews. Yes, you can make sales with 0 to couple reviews. Other YouTubers might have told you that. However, it is a billion times easier if you have some reviews, 10 reviews, 20 reviews, and then you actually run some ads. It'll convert significantly better. So why not just make it easier for yourself? That's what I'm saying here. Okay. So your book is, once again, it's sold something, which is because Amazon is so big that it's just crazy. You're making organic sales. But if you want to make more sales, then you should get more reviews. And since this is a minimalist boho style coloring book, I think the cover is, in that style. I don't think it's the best looking cover, but it's kind of a minimalist boho style. So, I guess it kind of aligns there. Actually, now that I said that, if you really want to compare if your book cover is as good as your competitor, all you have to do is scroll down a little bit and see products related to this item, or where customers bought this item also bought, right? And then see what other book covers you see here. And so I'm looking at this one. I'm looking at boho coloring book here, minimalist boho coloring book. And honestly, these book covers looks a lot better than what you got. Especially this one right here. This looks really good. I actually don't like these designs because it's not showcasing the actual coloring pages. So if you want to model your competitor design, I would go after this one. One last thing I want to say to this is this does not look like a coloring page at all, unfortunately. This is like, where do you even color this in? I wouldn't be happy if I was a customer, honestly. So it looks like it is AI generated, and using AI is okay. Even with AI, you can choose better images than this one, but that is just my personal opinion. All right, so the next one is Chair Yoga for Seniors Over 60, a fully illustrated step-by-step guide to 60+ seated poses for improved posture, enhanced mobility, and heart health. So your title is good. It has a keyword, Chair Yoga for Seniors, which is a pretty profitable niche, okay? And your subtitle clearly explains what the book is about. A fully illustrated step-by-step guide, right? So we know that you got a lot of illustrations, 60+ seated poses. You got the numbers in there. You're actually telling people what they're getting. These are really, really good, right? So once again, your subtitle should explain what the book is about, which you just did here. Fully illustrated step-by-step guide to 60+ seated poses. And then it should talk about the benefits. What does that mean to your life? What are you getting in terms of value? And so that's where you talked about how improved posture, enhanced mobility, and heart health, right? So this is a good title, okay? This is exactly what you should be doing. The reason why your book is not selling, it's at over 1 million BSR, is simply because your book cover is not good. So you did a really good job with the title. However, your book cover looks like you kind of whipped it up on Canva or maybe a $5 Fiverr gig. Okay, so unfortunately, it has to be better than that, especially because once again, if you scroll down here, these are your competitors, like products related to this item. I mean, look at this one. This one looks freaking amazing. Chair Yoga for Seniors Over 60. You got the award-winning banner, huge title that stands out, great image. We got this badge thing. We even got the check marks with, the benefits. I mean, this is what you're competing with, right? So compare your book cover here with this one. It's completely different. And this is one of our students actually, in the program. So this is kind of the level of quality that we are going for. And this is what you're competing with. So if you want to compete with like, our program members, then you kind of have to go with that level. But even with the other ones, right? It can be a lot better, like this one. So that is my feedback is, your A+ content, I actually like it. I think it looks nice with the real life images. It's just the book cover, and I think you can get a little more reviews than 22 reviews. We generally teach our students to get 100 reviews in their first month. It's possible. A lot of people do it. And then from there, it's a lot easier to market it because you have an amazing title, you have an amazing book cover, and you got a lot of reviews, right? So Amazon ads just converts really well because of that. So that is my feedback. The niche is profitable. You just have to have better product packaging. So if you need a Fiverr cover designer recommendation, then I'll leave a link to this gig right here. She specializes in business, nonfiction, and self-help book cover. She does a pretty good job, as you can see. So you can go and try her out. You don't have to try her. You can do other book cover designer as well. But if you want to try her, I'll leave a link below this video. All right, guys, so I'll end the video here. But if you want me to review your book in future videos like this, then all you have to do is follow me on Instagram at SeanDewitt13, DM me your Amazon link, and I will review it in future videos. If you want to check out any of my KDP programs or tools and resources that I recommend, they're all in the description below. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you guys in the next one.